Working night shifts. In many industries, the night shift is a vital piece of the ordinary workday. Organizations work during that time to deliver however much volume as could be expected and fulfill the needs of the market. Be that as it may, representatives entrusted with working these sporadic movements for delayed timeframes can suffer from a variety of medical problems. What are these issues? And what can be done to prevent them from happening? In this video, experts uncover 10 impacts of working night shifts and how to battle them. The 10 effects of working night shifts. Number 1. Interferes with natural sleep rhythms. Sleep is extremely important for your general well-being. While you sleep, your body disposes of poisons, fixes injury, and diminishes pressure. Working the night shift meddles with those fundamental cycles. That can prompt a large number of the problems on this list. Number 2. Builds risk of breast cancer. Ladies who work overnight are at a lot more serious danger of contracting breast cancer than the ladies who just work during the day. Furthermore, it doesn't make any difference on the off chance that you work the night shift reliably or only one night 7 days. Number 3. Expands risk of heart attack. A recent report in the British Medical Journal inferred that working the night shift caused a 7% improve in the probability that an individual would endure a coronary failure. The investigation didn't address why the danger was more prominent for the individuals who work the night shift, yet analysts hypothesize that the adjustment of sleep habits influences circulatory strain and flow. Number 4. Increases risk of depression. Working the night shift also contrarily affects your emotional wellness. Various investigations show that the risk of depression and mood disorders increase when you work the night shift. Number 5. Expands risk of workplace injury. Working the night shift means working against your body's natural inclination to turn off certain key functions like consciousness and mobility. You can certainly force yourself to stay awake and mobile, but your body still wants to shut down. That leads to a reduction in focus, attention, productivity, and fine motor skills. In certain jobs, when you're not able to give your work complete attention, the risk of injury increases dramatically. Number 6. Changes your metabolism. Your metabolism is generally represented by your hormones. The hormone leptin, for example, assumes a basic part in directing your weight, glucose, and insulin levels. Working the night shift meddles with the creation and dissemination of this imperative chemical. That can prompt the following arrangement of problems on this rundown. Number 7. Increases risk of obesity and diabetes. Sleeping during the day and working at night increases your risk of obesity and diabetes. In the case of night shift laborers, these disorders are caused by an imbalance in hormone production. The real danger here is that even if you eat a healthy diet, the hormone imbalance can still lead to obesity and diabetes. Number 8. Expands risk of gastrointestinal problems. In the event that you work the night shift for delayed timeframes, every one of the impacts referenced above can accumulate and cause gastrointestinal issues like the diarrhea and ulcers. That can compound the problems you already have and lead to more genuine clinical concerns. Number 9. Stifles melatonin. At the point when you work the night shift, you are presented to light during hours of the day when your body anticipates that it should be dull. This inversion of light and dull stifles melatonin creation and delivery. Melatonin is answerable for controlling the rest and wake cycles. This lessening in melatonin levels implies that when you attempt to rest during the day, you will not rest profoundly or get sufficient rest for your body to fix itself. Therefore, you may experience the ill effects of long-haul lack of sleep, which is amazingly terrible for your well-being. Number 10. Denies your body of essential vitamin D. Nutrient D is fundamental for your well-being. It helps with the assimilation of calcium and advances bone development. Too little nutrient D outcomes in osteomalacia, deformed bones, alongside an entire host of different problems, for example, breast cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer, heart disease, depression. You can get nutrient D by eating food varieties like cheddar, yogurt, tofu, and salmon. Yet, you retain by far most of nutrient D from daylight. At the point when you work the night shift and rest during the day, your body doesn't get the nutrient D it needs to work appropriately. In case you're stuck working overnight, relax. There is uplifting news among this awful news. You can battle the impacts of working the night shift. Here are the 10 simple ways to combat the effects of working night shifts. 1. Change slowly. Chiefs ought to put forth a valiant effort to gradually change workers from the day shift to the night shift. In any event, this gives their body time to acclimate to the new timetable. In case you're a bustling administrator confronted with getting sorted out colleagues on multi-day and night moves, a planning application can improve and smooth out the interaction impressively. 2. Enlist the help of those you live with. Your family's cooperation is critical if you hope to be successful working the night shift. You will all need to work together to balance such essential activities as family time, maintaining schedules, paying bills, shopping, housework. You will also need their help in establishing quiet hours so you can get the sleep you need to function at night. 3. Avoid caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant that is used to give you a quick boost of energy and keep you awake. The problem with caffeine lies in the fact that it stays in your system for hours after you feel the effects, and it can prevent you from sleeping well after work. Drink water whenever possible to avoid the problems caused by caffeine. 4. Avoid alcohol. Alcohol can make you fall asleep faster, but it also reduces rapid eye movement, REM, sleep. REM sleep is the restorative phase of your sleep cycle, so if you interfere with that by consuming alcohol, you effectively interfere with your body's ability to repair itself. 5. Get some sunlight when you're not working. At the point when you're not working, attempt to go through somewhere around 30 minutes in the sun. Take a walk, work in the nursery, practice outside, or even sit and read a book. Doing so will give your body the nutrient D it needs to keep you sound. 6. Rest in the right environment. Sleeping in the right environment can have a big effect on how well and how long you sleep. Here are the ways to ensure that where you sleep isn't interfering with your quality of sleep. Keep your room cool, below 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Make your room as dark as possible. Make your environment as quiet as possible. Consider wearing a sleep mask and earplugs. Turn off all electronics 2 hours before heading to bed. These simple steps make it possible to get the best night's sleep every time, even if you sleep during the day. 7. Stay away from nicotine before bed. The nicotine found in cigarettes, vape pens, lines, and all types of tobacco is a characteristic energizer. You may feel like you need a cigarette before bed to unwind, however everything's in your mind. At the point when you bring nicotine into your body, your pulse builds, your breathing turns out to be quicker and shallower, and your circulatory strain goes up. These are the contrary conditions your body needs to nod off. Basically, then, at that point, you are subverting your rest by smoking before bed. Smoke your last cigarette something like 3 hours before your sleep time. This will give your body time to deal with the nicotine out of your framework. 8. Turn off electronics an hour before going to sleep. Electronic gadgets like PCs, tablets, and TVs transmit light in more limited frequencies, at the blue finish of the apparent range. This blue light makes your body produce less melatonin, a chemical that directs circadian rhythms. On account of this absence of melatonin, your body will be less disposed to back off and nod off. To set up your body for rest, particularly subsequent to working the night shift, turn off your gadgets somewhere around an hour prior to you rest. On the off chance that conceivable, stay away from bright light, glowing lights are okay, and sit for some time in a faintly lit room. 9. Eat a healthy diet. Eating a healthy diet is another approach to battle the adverse consequences of working the night shift. In the event that you work the night shift reliably, Attempt to eat the same way you would during the day despite the fact that you may want to burn through less. Eat frequent light meals and healthy snacks in order to avoid the drowsiness that comes with rich, heavy meals. Additionally, pick food varieties that are not difficult to process, for example, natural products, vegetables, bread, rice, and pasta, so your body can focus on staying awake rather than diverting resources to keeping you nourished. Here are a couple of more tips to help you assemble a solid eating regimen. Drink a lot of water, however, stop a few hours before bed. Stay away from sweet food sources toward the finish of your day. Quit eating seared, hot, and prepared food sources while working the night shift. Include the recommended balance of carbohydrates, protein, and fat in your diet. When you find the diet that works best for you, plan on taking these foods to work with you so you don't fall back into old habits and eat in a way that causes you to fall asleep at the wrong times. 10. Snooze during breaks. You may not need to during the day shift, however, sleeping during the night shift can get fundamental for assisting you with working securely. A short 20-minute rest can re-establish energy levels and keep you ready and careful for the duration of the evening. Make an effort not to surpass 45-minute rests or you risk wandering into the profound rest cycle. In the event that you constrain yourself to awaken during this period, you won't feel as invigorated and it will take you longer to feel alert once more. The night shift isn't for everyone. Some people's bodies just can't handle the stress of working at night. Talk to your doctor if working the night shift is causing major problems. The tips we've sharing you in this video are a major piece of making your training more powerful. Put forth a valiant effort to fuse these ideas and you'll soon discover your body adjusting to the night shift and the well-being impacts diminishing. Thank you for watching.